Hello and welcome everybody to another episode here on the Welsknight Patreon. We got a special guest. Got a special guest today.
Hi.
Got a Letha Prime.
Hello everyone.
And we got a So Prime, we have something that we want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I've already gotten a little bit of a start on it since you've been kind of busy, but yeah. So here we have our villager breeder that I worked on in my last episode, and it was working for a while, and then somebody decided to put some doors nearby, and yeah, so we have a little bit of troubleshooting left to do here, but we'll get it up and running.
Villager fun.
Mm-hmm.
Villager fun stuff.
Always a good time when it comes to villagers.
Yeah, and just for a quick, everybody, Letha Prime is also an amazing YouTuber, so go check her out.
Aww. And so is Angel. Angel is fantastic and an excellent builder.
But yeah, we are gonna be constructing the community trading hall.
Yep, that we are.
That's gonna go on my Patreon server. So this is not where it's gonna be. Is it right, Prime?
Nope. This is only This is the ugly part of the build.
Ugly part, the one that we want to hide away.
Exactly.
So
small ladder to get up.
And bloop.
Ah, sunlight.
Sunlight. Best time to record it.
Exactly.
And we got the beautiful farming and Welsknight that in the vicinity as well.
Indeed.
So,
a lot of progress has been made.
Oh well, it's sunset. Amazing.
Of course. Just had to say something about the time of day.
We just did. So we have this lovely area. It has been marked out with this netherrack, but of course we're not going to be building with netherrack, are we? Are we, Prime?
Of course not. No.
No. So we chose a block pallet, and the block pallet, if we can maybe try. I believe we had some spruce, oak. If we do kind of like this, it's the very common stone brick, cobblestone.
Yep. The old standbys.
Old standard. Because with all of the new blocks, we are already using them all around. We want to the old way. But let's explain. Now that we're standing here, I also have something for you, Prime. This magical box.
What is in the box? Ooh, that is a lot of lovely bookshelves.
That is
what I see.
And you see this in the middle? That is blinking. That is for you.
Excellent.
Something special.
I'm
Angel
sure.
do it.
I'm sure we will find a good use for that.
I'm sure. So this is gonna be the library, and this is gonna be probably the most sought after area. If I so may say it, this is gonna be where all of the librarians are gonna be stored.
This has been the most highly requested area as far as the community trading is concerned.
Yeah, and we have spaced out. If we what is down here? I believe it's the leather worker, right? Toolsmith.
So these four, we have more of the blacksmiths and the leather worker there. So we have the toolsmith, the armorsmith. I believe this one. Let's see, who are you down here? This one's a weaponsmith. And then I was also thinking about potentially having the fisherman and the fletcher somewhere near the river as well, because they both trade in string. But, fishermen, fishing, kind of makes sense to me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we are trying to construct a little city.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to kind of also make it so the villagers are both kind of like stuck, so they will not run around. Mm-hmm. But we don't want that traditional where they're just lined up in a long row where we just can't see the happiness, see the good traits.
Exactly. They can't be their natural villager selves when they're, just shoved into a little box.
Exactly. And we all know that
So instead, we're just going to shove the ones we want into slightly larger boxes.
And make the boxes pretty for once.
Exactly. Yeah. They're going to have a good life here.
They're going to be wonderful.
Exactly.
And this is not the typical like stony with castle and stuff like that, because both me and Prime are having our own bases.
Yep.
And from my point of view, at least, you already have seen my base being a little bit built.
And I've barely even been to mine.
Exactly. We're trying. We're trying. But we're gonna try to see if we can pull through this and get a lot of progress done.
Exactly.
Today, right?
Yep, I think we can get a lot done.
Yeah.
Especially with all those pretty bookshelves.
Especially with all the pretty bookshelves. Definitely didn't take a lot of time because I raided some strongholds. just don't tell the server, you know. Don't tell the server. Not like this is gonna go on YouTube or anything, right?
Oh, they don't need to know.
They definitely don't need to know. But yeah, I think we will take a little cut, see how it looks, and there's a little bit more progress.
Yep, we'll keep you informed. Okay, so a few things have happened since I recorded my last clip. As you can see behind me, we've made some great progress on the library. A lot of this is Angel's design. Yeah, there's still definitely some work to do. As you can see, there is no ceiling, and there's no real walls around the back. However, a little bit more progress has been done since then. My job in my head was to work on the breeder, and it was having issues, and the reason that we came up for that was that there were too many entities from the farms over there, and they just weren't pumping out babies. So we went ahead and moved the villager breeder back that way a bit, so that way none of those animals would be within render distance. So, I spent a lot of time waiting for that to happen, as far as being able to move the breeder and make sure it was okay to not have any doors within 128 blocks, and a lot of it was, you know, waiting for the villagers to breed and waiting for this and waiting for that. So I didn't get a whole lot done, to be honest. However, somehow Angel worked his crazy, insane angel magic and just made all of this happen. I don't know how he did it, but somehow he took like a stick and a piece of cobblestone and rubbed them together, and then all of a sudden this came into being. So anyway, I'm sure he will explain more of it in his video, so I'm gonna go ahead and let him talk more about that. Might do a little bit of a tour of, well, actually no, we're gonna do more work on this as time goes on. So I haven't had a chance to really build a whole lot here, but there's still some space left for a few different types of villagers. So while we're going to have a farmer over here, we still need a home for the butcher and leather worker, and as well as what do we have over here? Something else will go here. We have a few empty spaces left, and if we can't figure out any specific type of villagers to put in it, then they're just going to be fun extra houses that'll fill up the area. And I think we still plan on having some villagers just wandering around. So anyway, that's one of the things that I plan to work on. In the meantime, let me tell you a little bit about some of the other projects that I've been meaning to work on. I had to make a list because there's too many things that I want to do or need to do, and I'm trying to keep my head on straight. So first off is helping finish up the villager trading city. As well as once this area is safe and lit and we are 100% positive that things aren't going to spawn in here, then I will start sorting villagers, some down there and some of the ones that are over there, and putting them into their homes and into the library and making this area more ready for people to actually come and do all the trading that they need. I'll do a tour of the farm area later, but in the meantime there are other things that I hope to accomplish. Another thing that I want to do really soon is build myself a shop in this here market district. A lot of people already have shops set up, and most of them are selling things. There are a few things that people are selling that I still plan to sell, but there's one thing that I have up my sleeve that I think nobody else has. So we'll see how it goes. I just picked out this little plot right here, but I don't know how it's going to turn out in the end. I basically am putting this here just to claim my plot, and also have a place to put the shulker boxes full of stuff that's just cluttering up my ender chest at this point in time. But in order to get my shop set up, I first need to set up something that I am missing, and that is a flower farm, and probably 2 or 3 of them, depending on what kind of flowers I can get to grow. As you can see, I've done a little bit of work mapping out where the flowers grow, but that will probably be in the next episode where I tackle that. In the meantime, I have done a little bit of work while I was waiting for the things to happen and just generally being frustrated with myself. I went ahead and made a skeleton farm. I found this spawner down here, and let's go ahead and jump over out of the boat. Handy dandy water stream, that one going up, this one obviously going down. So, in this area, I still need to do a lot of cleaning up just to make this look a little bit better. But yeah, so the skeleton spawner's in there, and I brought some dogs over so that way I could actually have an AFK farm. These are my extra dogs in case something happens to the ones that I'm currently using. Oh hey look, more bones. Ooh, I put food in there. Good to know. Okay, so right behind this door is where the magic happens. I have my 3 dogs. I have Abner, Delgado, and this guy who is as yet unnamed. And yeah, so I just wait here. And wait for the skeletons to come down. And my puppies turn around and take care of them. Right, puppies? Ah, there they go. Look at them. They're so happy. The best part about using dogs is you get the XP from it. So, this is going to be extremely helpful in not only making the flower farms, but also in selling bone meal, or bone blocks that I intend to sell. So, that is the current plan for this area for the next episode or 2. I also need to spend some time in the mining dimension, ridding this entire world of all of its sand and gravel in order to make a gigantic mountain of concrete and glass. That's going to be exciting. And lastly, I would like to turn this whole area into something. In case you can't tell, this is going to be my future base. The Deep Ocean. There's a monument in the background there. Currently my base consists of this little island right here, but that's the central point back there. You can tell by the little lapis block, because, you know, me, lapis. Well, additional progress has been made on the villager town, and I actually made like my own small little contribution, which is this little house right here. It is the home of the butcher and probably the leather worker, because we are kind of running out of room in this area, and the two go together quite well. So let me just go ahead and show you what the outside looks like. I kind of tried to take a page out of some of these other the book of some of these other houses, but yeah. Anyway, I am sort of happy with how it turned out. I mean, it's not perfect, but this is not the typical style that I build in. My style tends to be a lot more open, I guess, less detailed. So, yeah. But you know what? It's not bad. I'm okay with it. I'm relatively happy with it. The only thing I need to do now is actually put a little bit of podzol down here because this grass is just a little bit too clean. But yeah, so this is where the butcher and leather worker are eventually going to hang out. I do like how the entryway turned out, though. I think it looks nice. And yeah, so we have some meat hanging and, you know, some dripping a little bit, but somebody will clean that up eventually. And this will be where our villagers are going to stand, since it has the trapdoors here. The villagers won't be able to get out once we put them in. I put in a couple of chests with some item frames denoting what's in there. I don't know if people will actually put things into these chests, but at the same time, it's kind of a nice little touch. A few furnaces, and I'm probably going to take that off because you probably wouldn't put a chest on top of a furnace, but, you know, realism, not always something that needs to happen in this game. Let's see, what's the light level over here? Is that enough? 8, and yeah, we're good. Okay. And I made a little loft upstairs where there's a bed, because every place you go, it helps to have access to a bed, just in case. So So yeah, Angel has done a lot of work on the library as well. So that's starting to come along really well. And I think we are just not going to have space for another building right here. So let me go ahead and take these down. I think that we should put something fun, or just, you know, decorative in this area. Alright, so I am back, and as you can probably tell from my voice right now, I am a little bit under the weather and am taking this day from work, so yay for long weekends! So I was trying to figure out what else I could do in this episode as far as working around the trading area, and one thing that I figured I could do is to light up some of the caves that are around here. I also realized that since there is a mine shaft down here, I can get lots of cobwebs for my shop that I'll be building probably in the next episode. But yeah, in the meantime, this will help cut down on the mob spawning that will take place underneath the trading area. Oh, hello, creeper. In a way, it's kind of fun going around mine shafts and seeing what there is. As long as they're not cave spiders, I'm okay. Regular spiders, not a problem. Creepers can be easy to deal with because they get stuck on things all the time. It's kind of fun. But yeah, so... Oop, more creepers. All the creepers. I've been down here for a little while, so it's a little busy down here. So anyway, yeah, I am going to continue to work on lighting up this area, so that way the spawns that happen aren't down here, so that way other people who have mob farms and the like are able to get the spawns that they need. Yeah, so I'm going to continue doing this, and I'm back in a little bit. Alright, so I've gone ahead and done a fair amount more lighting up. Oh, hi Angel! Underneath the caves, or underneath this area, in the caves, that thing. And so I think the last thing that I'm going to do today is I am going to go ahead and work on making some books for the library. Because one of the things that we have done is one of our server members, Judge JLo, he went ahead and installed a door in the library. Go ahead and work my way over here. And because we're going to have a special spot where all of our more valuable villagers are going to be, and actually, let me pull out one of the books that we're going to need. There we go. And so all of our like mending and silk touch and efficiency, those villagers are going to be kept back here. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to throw one of these books specifically into Copper. Well, it didn't give it back to me, but I guess I will talk to Judge and see if we can go about fixing that. That's the second time that happened. The first time I thought it was just... But anyway, I am writing down, or I'm making these books because only one person can do them and they have to be exactly the same or else the filter won't work. So all it says is I agree to the library's rules and guidelines, period. And I'll go ahead and sign this. And there we go, we have another book to get us into the library. The reason I have to do this is because each of them has to be exactly the same. They cannot be any spelling or punctuation mistakes, so I am taking that task upon myself. And yeah, so we'll be handing those out to the people once the library is fully open, mostly just so that way we have a good understanding of kind of what is expected of people here in the library. And more information will be coming with that soon. But I'm going to go ahead and make some more of these books. In the meantime, I'm going to end the episode here, and I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you liked this episode, please go ahead and hit that like button, and if you've been enjoying this series, feel free to hit subscribe, and you'll see new videos that are coming out. Until next time, I hope that you have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.